once again fills its stall. Gates have opened on this occasion. They're off and racing. MARMOOGA deep out won the start. Won it clearly, making a beeline for the rail from Eye Opener and RWWA. Going up there as well is Sloggett's Son, nice and prominent, just in front of Don't Trust Judas, and then California Rising. A length away, strutting for cash, joined by Promise Bride. Zoltanite getting back into the field, followed by Bad Boy Boo. And back there, 3 lengths behind them, last is Le Grand Jeu. At the 600, MARMOOGA cleared out and led them comfortably. Watson got them rolling to the turn with MARMOOGA, the filly, by 2 lengths. Sloggett's Son, RWWA third. Eye Opener sitting deep on the course, back on the rails. 5th is Promise Bride, followed by Don't Trust Judas. California Rising wider out, followed by Bad Boy Boo. Zoltanite headed the remainder, but it's MARMOOGA in full flight and nursed at the 250 by 3 or 4. Promise Bride getting up on the inside from Sloggett's Son. RWWA Eye Opener, but MARMOOGA's off and gone, and MARMOOGA's going to trounce them. 100 left to go. It's all MARMOOGA, and she comes away, the Schnitzel filly, to win. Absolutely is pricked by 4. MARMOOGA first, Promise Bride second, California Rising third. Probably from Don't Trust Judas. A good run from last is Le Grand Jeu, picking its way through the field late. A little Black Booker, followed then by, at the head of the others when they'd pulled up, Bad Boy Boo. Further back in the field then came, pulling up behind those, Zoltanite. Back there with it is Strutting for Cash, then Sloggett's Son, and RWWA pulled up really abruptly in the run-on to figure back there amongst the last of them home. That was an easy watch. MARMOOGA. Number 9, MARMOOGA. Over Promise Bride, California Rising, 9, 8 and 2 the numbers, and 4th, 6, Don't Trust Judas. But that was just a walk in the park here for this filly in the Emirates Park colours, trained by Simon Miller and handled by Holly Watson. Straight to the lead from her outside gate. She was across there. She found the rail within 150 of the start and just absolutely took whatever opportunity they had out of the equation of beating her and ran them into the ground. In 104.77, she's won by 4 1/4, hands and heels only, 3/4 second and third. She's by Schnitzel from Maysoon and Holly Watson aboard, and MARMOOGA opens up her winning account at career start number 3. Now, what's she run home in? 34.82, 34.82, and she did it absolutely on the bridle. Second home is number 8, Promise Bride by Suburg from Hayite, trained by Paul Robertson, ridden by Vic Corver, and California Rising, battling run there after covering some ground by Playing God from California, Nev and Stephen Parnham. 9, 8, 2, 6, Don't Trust Judas. 4th, good run behind them was Le Grand Jeu. Well, it was back there last coming into the home corner and certainly finished off the race particularly well in between horses. Made up many, many lengths and will be screaming out for a bit more ground in time to come. The 3rd, the Kendrick Automotive Maiden, 1100 at 19 after 2, and a big lineup here to contest the next event of the day. Let's go back now to Brittany to join us in the enclosure after what was a very, very cosy watch for those that have backed MARMOOGA from 270 into 250.
We talk about where there's smoke, there's fire. Remember this horse first up, there was really strong backing, backed into $2.80 favourite that day. And speaking to Simon Miller after she ran 4th, he said those blinkers needed to come off, and that's exactly what happened next. Ran 3rd last start when drawing the car park, drew 13 of 13 that day. And today, Holly Watson goes on. She finds the front, and Simon, you get the result that I was imagining that you've been expecting behind the scenes.
Yeah, it was pretty pain-free viewing, apart from Holly sitting in the back seat up the straight. The saddle, geez, it went back. There was no speed in the race, and we jumped on terms with the field the other day in 1,000, but it was probably, we'll have to do too much work to cross, so we dropped in behind, and she probably wasn't used to it, and then she got going late. So with no speed today, it was like, well, if she springs, go.
Tell us a little bit about her behind the scenes, because she was one that obviously first up, there was strong backing and a bit of a wrap on her going into that first up run.
Yeah, it made her blue, put the blinkers on, so just a train wreck it was. So I was more angry at myself that race, and then things didn't go to plan the other day, but she was strong late, so and it was a drop in grade from the last start to this. It looked an easier race, and had to win, Boys over east were saying if she doesn't get the job done, she's coming home. So they're ruthless, and I love them for it. But she's a well-bred filly who's out of a huge family, so it's good to get the win for her.
Now a winning filly. You mentioned that saddle. Did you notice it in the run? I'm glad she's got a breastplate on.
Yeah, I knew after about 50 metres, I was like, oh, we're in trouble here. So that's all right. We got the job done.
Certainly did. She's coming back with the clerk of the course safe and sound now. 4 runners still to go for the rest of the day. Can you point the punters in the direction to roll their winnings from this one into anything else?
I thought she was our best, to be honest. The others, you know, with the right run and transit will be thereabouts. There's no one we can't label. We'll be peppering away. Happy with this one and each way the others.
And Amelia's Jewel back in the stable. Does it mean when the alarm goes off, you just bounce out a little bit quicker rather than pressing snooze?
No, I'm pretty cruisy, Brett, but I'm sure the staff enjoy it. They love it. And Kinners was there bright and early and doing her stuff. And Siobhan was happy because her horse was back, Miss Kentucky. So a couple of big guns are rolling back in. It always keeps the staff happy, and winning races does. But yeah, look, I'll be excited in a couple of weeks' time when I start to get the opportunity to gallop her, because I thoroughly enjoy watching her gallop because she's just a weapon. But she's heavier than last prep, and she's already done 5 weeks' work, so we're in a really good position.
It's really good to hear, especially after all that was said about how she spelled last start. Good to see she's back and bigger and hopefully better than ever. Well done on this one.
Thanks, Brittany.
There is Simon Miller. Holly Watson has made it back to the winner's enclosure on MARMOOGA after that saddle just slipped back. And a nice win today, just start number 3, and a Schnitzel filly. She's well bred, has that good page that Simon mentioned, and it's good to see her be able to break maiden status today. You would imagine en route to better races than this, because she's clearly shown she's had ability, but things just haven't really worked out for her so far in her previously 2-start career. Today, start number 3, she gets the win, and Scott will be catching up with Holly.
She certainly does get the win, and it was once she cornered in front, Britt, she really snuck away from them late. 9-8-2-6. Holly joins us now. Holly, how far into the race till the saddle went?
Straight out of the gate, so I felt a little bit awkward, but we got around there and we won.
And she seemed very, very comfortable finding the front today.
Yeah, she definitely was. I give her a little squeeze out of the gates because obviously the ones inside of us were kicking up, but she found it comfortably and went in a nice rhythm.
Did she have a change of speed at the top of the straight as well?
Yeah, she definitely did. She gave me a nice feel today.
What about Sweet Chino in the next? You've been trialling her?
Yeah, hopefully we can do the same.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
There is Holly Watson, and she rides MARMOOGA to victory for Simon Miller. Takes out race number 2.